Well, that's actually Chris Brown I'm talking to.
What? Have you considered the possibility that you're not talking to Chris Brown?
No.
My name is Shakina. I've been talking to this guy, Chris, for 3 years. He's 29, and he lives in Tarzana, California. He's a musician, and I've been following his music for quite some time. Around 3 years ago, I decided to send him a message, and he responded. It was on after that.
I don't know what that means.
Since then, we've been talking pretty much every damn day. I am embarrassed to tell you that there's always been another woman in the picture.
What?
I know this guy gets attention from a lot of girls, but I can't help but feel like he's hiding a lot of stuff from me.
Well, that's actually Chris Brown I'm talking to.
What? As in Chris Breezy.
Yes. I had to check his voice, and when I did, I checked when he was speaking in interviews and checked his voice on my phone. It sounded the same.
Does he ever video chat?
Video chat, he keeps it dark.
You said you messaged him on Facebook?
Yeah, I messaged him on Facebook.
Like on his page, his fan page?
His page, his personal page.
How do you know it's his page?
Because it's his daughter's pictures and him.
Well, right, but anybody could make a fake page. I'm sure there are probably dozens if you search Chris Brown that show up.
Between your son's dad and Chris, how many relationships have you been in between that time?
It was just one, and he was like 12 years.
Whoa.
He made me feel confident in myself. A lot of guys had lied to me and hurted me. After Chris came in, it just helped me feel like a butterfly, because I felt like I was in a cocoon for a long time.
Yet I know that Chris Brown publicly has a girlfriend. Does he ever talk about that?
I never asked about it because we have a good connection. I don't want to ruin it.
But you know that he's got a girlfriend.
Yeah.
You said it in your email. Does that bother you?
The girl that bothers me is Takoya, because she's not on TV. She's an actual person. He asked, can I have 2 girlfriends? What? I said, fine, okay. He said, won't y'all 2 talk? And then he put me on a 3-way with her.
Both of them were talking at the same time?
No, she'll talk to me, and then he'll come in and start talking. She was pretty nice. We became friends.
And has she met him in person?
No, she haven't met him either.
Has he ever shown you his house?
No,
Cars?
no.
Any explicit photographs?
Oh, yeah, them kind of pictures, yeah.
And so I assume you've also reciprocated.
Yeah, I was a little tipsy.
Do you have like voicemail or anything
Yeah, I
like
have
that?
a voicemail.
Let's listen. I want to hear Chris Brown's voicemail.
Hey, I just wanted to say hi and to let you know that I'm here to talk to you later. Sorry.
Shakina,
Yes,
babe,
yes.
girl, you know me, you're my friend. That's not Chris Brown. That sounds like a 13-year-old boy or a 20-year-old woman.
So we looked up this phone number. It came back unknown, but it turns out 517 is an area code in Michigan.
Wow.
Do you know anybody in Michigan? Chris Brown is not from Michigan. Why would he have a cell phone from there?
I don't even know about that part.
I think you're doing more work trying to convince yourself that he is Chris Brown than this guy is doing to try to convince you that he's Chris Brown.
All right, so the next thing we did was we went to the real Chris Brown's Instagram, and look at this. He got a puppy a couple days ago. Did he mention getting a new dog?
No.
I think that at this point, the fact that you don't want to be hurt again, you're gonna have to start coming to the realization that the real Chris Brown is not the person that you're talking to.
That's a lot to take in. I still love him a lot,
Sure.
but that made me think like hard.
So that leads me to Takoya. Let's just say for a minute, Takoya likes girls, and she has a fake page for Chris Brown because she's a big Chris Brown fan.
That's what she is.
And she knows a lot of women are going to reach out. You reach out, she falls in love with you. So now she actually gets to talk to you as Chris, and she gets to talk to you as Takoya.
But you know what? He put me on 3-way with her.
You said both of them were not talking at the same time. So as crazy as this sounds, maybe Takoya changes her voice a little bit and pretends to have you on a 3-way when it's really just her holding a sock up. How would you feel if this was who you were actually talking to?
Upset. And sending private pictures.
That's true. I forgot.
Really? You serious?
Yeah.
Like, that's my privacy.
All right, I'm gonna call him.
You have reached the voicemail box of...
Wait a second. Someone just texted me back, not Chris, but same area code. They said, this is a friend of Chris. I just saw your number on Chris's phone. Chris saying he will never do the show, never come clean.
What?
He says, I'm sitting next to Chris now, so I can't talk. Chris is talking about your message. He's trying to ghost you. You need to come to Lansing, Michigan ASAP. Neve,
Chikosi.
are you the friend we've been
Yes.
texting who's been helping us find out what's going on?
Yes. Chris, he's inside the house right now. Before we do this, Shakina, I just really want you to know, yeah, I love you. Chris love you. He love you more than any other girl he ever talked to. He's really into you. And I hope that you all go easy on him. Hi. This is Chris.
Wow. What is your name?
Johnisha.
Johnisha. But you've been Chris this whole time?
Yeah.
And maybe you a little bit?
No.
No.
I have been involved. Shakina, you know me as Betty.
Who's that?
Chris's friend.
Okay.
Why would you do that? Why would you put somebody else's face on Facebook?
I mean, when you first inboxed me, when we first started talking, it was just a joke.
I was in a relationship with you, talking to you. That's different.
Yeah,
How many people are you talking to the same way that you were talking to Shakina?
not that many.
For as long as her?
Probably longer.
You were collecting photos from her, explicit photos. Were you collecting photos from other people?
No.
But you realize that that's not okay.
I can't explain it. I'm sorry.
I just have a hard time believing you when you stand there and not show any kind of emotion. And you've known about this. You've even participated. At some point, did you ever tell her, like, you gotta stop? This isn't cool.
When I found out she was doing it, I was, telling her it's wrong, you shouldn't do this, stuff like that. But, I didn't want to end our friendship because of it.
Right.
I'm sorry for hurting you and lying to you over the years about who I was. As a kid, I got bullied a lot, so it kind of took down my self-esteem.
I feel like there's more to this. There's a lot of people who are insecure. There's a lot of people who get bullied. I was bullied my whole childhood, but I didn't necessarily grow up to create fake pages and lead relationships on with people for 3 years.
Yeah.
I've been through a lot, and you know that. You should have told the truth. I would have felt better, instead of being lied to. I'm tired of being lied to. I'm tired of being hurt.
I just really want to tell you how sorry I am. I hate to see you cry and stuff like this, and I know it's wrong for us to, do stuff like this to you, and you deserve a lot better than this because you're a very good person.
Was getting bullied in 3rd grade every day because I was kind of bigger than other kids. So basically just calling me names, fat, ugly, just getting that attention that I never had.
There were a few times that Shakina talked to you on the phone.
It was me.
Did you change your voice?
Somewhat.
What would you say is the longest relationship that you've been in using this profile?
About probably 7 years.
That must be exhausting, and whether you realize it or not, you care about these people a lot, but you know you're hurting them. And that probably makes you feel bad.
Yeah. I wrote a letter. Dear Shakina, I just wanted you to know how I felt. What we had is real. I loved you with all my heart. The connection we had with each other was real. And you trusted me with all your problems, opened up to me, and we helped each other out. I am willing to give you your space if you need it, and I am praying that we stay in touch with each other.
We can, if you need somebody to talk to. If you feel down or whatever, my phone is always open. So don't feel like you're alone in this. It's gonna take a while, but we can be friends. I will give you a hug. Want a hug? Everything be okay. It will be all right.